Hey everybody, and good Monday morning to you. It is the 8th day of February 2021. A new week has begun, and we've got very busy weather ahead of us for the coming week. Lots of opportunities for some at least light snow and plenty of cold air as well. Let's start out this morning with a look at how cold it is across the U.S. This is the current temperature map across the region. You think it's cold here. Look at places like Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, and up into parts of Canada. In fact, much of Canada is not only below zero, but way, way below zero. All this really cold, pure Arctic air for a lot of the winter has been on the other side of the pole. Now it's come to our hemisphere and is bleeding down through Canada and into the U.S. Now, about 5 or 6 days ago, it looked like this would just come plowing in and we would have a very, very cold midweek period. And with each subsequent day, the worst of the cold keeps kind of getting pushed off to our north and west. This Arctic front is going to just keep developing little ripples of low pressure along it, and that's going to slow down the progress of the pure Arctic stuff. And so, yes, it's going to be cold here this week. It's not going to be as cold as initially it looked like it would be last week, thanks to these little waves along that Arctic front. And each of those little waves will give us some chances for some wintry precipitation. The first one this week will come our way late today and into tonight. This is the simulated radar. Now, there are a few flurries out there this morning, but most of it's not reaching the ground. I don't expect much snow to reach the ground until later today, and even that will be pretty inconsequential. Maybe some flurries as we head towards sunset and into the evening. Notice maybe a band of steadier snow off to our north. For us, the better chance of snow sticking around and causing some minor impacts will be late this evening and overnight. This is the simulated radar at about midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And notice this is kind of focused a little more in our southern viewing area as opposed to our northern viewing area. So I think areas south of Interstate 80 are a little bit more favored with this. This will continue for much of the overnight. This is tomorrow morning at daybreak. Light snow and flurries still around, probably tapering off. And then the rest of the day, not much more than some scattered flurries. So this is going to be a pretty quick hitter and pretty weak. Now, yesterday we put out this snow forecast for our entire television viewing area, saying the most likely accumulation would be 2 to 3 inches, at most 4. I think at this point, as we get a little bit closer to this minor event, we can probably take 4 off the table. 1 still seems like a pretty good bet, especially south of I-80. And a lot of places will try to get 2. 3's even pushing it. Maybe some places get 3 down towards Route 30 and into southern Columbiana County, but I think for a lot of us this is more like a coating to an inch or 2 now, because this looks a little weaker and it looks like it is going to be mostly focused off to our south. So that's the way accumulations are looking with this. Again, it's coming at a time of the day and night that it can be impactful even if accumulations are light. Every flake of this can stick, so even if your location only sees an inch or an inch and a half, untreated surfaces can remain pretty slick. So that's wave number 1. Wave number 2, after a break in the action for Tuesday afternoon and into Wednesday morning, wave number 2 comes our way late Wednesday and into Wednesday night. This is a model simulation at about sunset or so, Wednesday evening, some light snow, again, maybe focused in our southern viewing area. It sticks around for several hours and maybe parts of the overnight. And again, while this may be focused in areas south of I-80, some places across our television viewing area might see another small accumulation out of this late Wednesday and Wednesday night. And then here comes the next one at the end of this model simulation. You can see that we have some light snow approaching from the west. This one has a better chance of impacting our entire area, and this would be Thursday night and into Friday. And again, even though it's not all the snow in the world, it could be impactful for Friday morning's commute. So we've got our minor event tonight. We've got another minor event mostly focused in our southern viewing area, late Wednesday and especially overnight Wednesday night. And then Thursday night into Friday morning, wave number 3. And after wave number 3 goes by, this may be when some of the coldest weather will finally get the green light to come south and east. Now, this is just a model blend, these numbers here. There are individual computer models that have much colder temperatures than this over the weekend, but yesterday's high barely broke 20, and we might have a day or two similar to that this coming weekend for Valentine's Day weekend, especially Sunday. Wouldn't be surprised if Sunday ends up being our coldest day of the winter season, and depending on sky cover, then we might have some overnight temperatures dropping below 0 early on next week. All right, make it a great Monday, everyone. I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11 and on the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. We call it Weather for Weather Geeks.